I did share something earlier with the group, so I thought I'd try to reshare it. It was a overview when it comes to healing connections. Healing connections. Moving beyond the damage. I realize without connection there is no growth. Also realize it was shared that healing doesn't mean that the damage never existed. It just means that it doesn't control you. The overview of healing beyond damage. Healing connections. Transforming manipulation and addiction through community and self-worth. Healing and moving beyond damage involves building a strong foundation of self-awareness, self-reflection, and self-acceptance. This journey often begins with acknowledging internal conflicts, such as feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, self-loathing. Self-loathing is the intense disdainment that one has for him or herself, or even self-hatred. These emotions are often fueled by insecurities, sadness, and fear of rejection. As individuals confront these challenges, they learn to recognize and understand their emotional triggers and patterns. Through self-reflection, they gain insights into the root causes of their pain and begin to see themselves with greater clarity and compassion. This process involves challenging negative perceptions and replacing them with more constructive, affirming beliefs. I like to confront individuals who are dealing with any form of condition. It's very confrontational to confront the difficulties that they are challenged with. In doing so, to change the perception of how they see themselves and how they see the world. Because once your perception changes, your perspective changes. Healing also requires the courage to embrace vulnerability. You just said there is a difference between valor and courage. Courage, you need something to give you courage. Valor is something that is innately in you. You don't need a broad audience or something that will intoxicate you, or you will be consumed by the intoxication that gives you the courage to say what you say and do what you do. To embrace vulnerability, allowing oneself to feel the process. You got to feel the process. Difficult emotions rather than suppressing them. Over time, this leads to a deeper sense of self-awareness, where individuals can differentiate between their true selves and the damaging narratives they've internalized. Because I'm seeing this is what's happening, that people are damaged by the narratives that people say about them and what they say about themselves, and they internalize this. In the Chinese word for crisis is translated as pronounced. The character means danger, while means opportunity or crucial point. They did not pronounce the term, but we means danger. The combination of these characters suggests that a crisis is a critical situation that carries both danger and the potential for change or opportunity. When it comes to minimizing crisis for those focusing or facing an identity crisis, crisis is about helping them to navigate the danger of losing or questioning their sense of self-worth, of self, while also guiding them toward the opportunity to redefine or strengthen their identity. You want to strengthen your identity. Not a negative identity, but a positive identity. The difference between crucial and critical. The term crucial and critical are often used interchangeably, but have slightly different connotations. Anytime I use the word, or the word often is used and represents frequency, or that which we do frequently. Crucial, meaning something that is crucial, is extremely important or necessary for success or achieving a specific outcome. It often implies that something is essential and must be addressed or resolved to precede or succeed. Crucial is used to emphasize the importance of indispensability of a particular element, decision, or action or situation. An example, it is crucial to submit the report on time for the project to be approved. Critical, meaning something that is critical, is of the highest importance and often involves a situation that is a decisive or potentially dangerous point. It can also mean something is urgently needed or involves a high level of risk or significance. Humans are dealing with any form of addiction. You must do your best to put yourself for optimum health at a no-risk situation. Then there is a less risk situation, but then there's a high-risk situation. You want to disregard the high-risk situations. Usage critical is often used to describe situations where outcomes is highly dependent on a particular factor or decision where failure to address could lead to serious consequences. It's critical. Example, the patient's condition is critical and immediate surgery is required. The lack of impatience is critical. So you must have patience. When you have patience through this process of treatment and recovery, you have gratitude because you recognize some things. And any progress that you have made, you should celebrate it. And when you have gratitude and have patience, you become competent. The key differences: generally crucial, generally focus on something being necessary or indispensable for success or progress. Critical often carries a sense of urgency, risk, or decisive turning point where the stakes are high. Here's a good brother, we say what's happening, he always say bad breaks and high stakes. But by cultivating this awareness, individuals can begin to rebuild their sense of self-worth, no longer allowing past damage to define or control them. Instead, they can create a more empowered, authentic version of themselves, capable of facing life challenges with resiliency and confidence. As we see, the importance of moving beyond the damage, healing beyond the damage. It is most important. The mission is to promote the value of self-worth. The mandate is to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. The motto is to communicate with precision through 5.5 channels of communication: understanding, tolerance, temperance, confidence, and respect. Integrating this social framework for human development is to be about championing the cause or the value of self-worth, empowering individuals that they go about fostering a greater sense of value, a greater sense of worth, a greater sense of personal empowerment, aligning themselves with the broader humanity as global citizens.